This part is about parent functions, and here are the basic parent functions graphs. This is the cubic function, f of x equals x to the power of 3. Quadratic function graph, f of x equals x squared. Linear, constant, and this is the greatest integer function or the step function. Absolute value function, f of x equals absolute value of x. Reciprocal function, f of x equals 1 over x. And square root function. These are the basic parent functions that you need to memorize their graphs. What is the range of the function f of x equals absolute value x minus 2 plus 3? From your knowledge of the parent function f of x equals absolute value of x and your knowledge about transformation, that this graph has moved 2 units to the right and 3 units up, you must know that this point is 3 units up over here. 3 units up. So what happened to the domain? The domain became, the minimum is 3 closed to infinity. If the curve of the function g of x comes from the curve of the parent function f of x equals root of x by moving 2 units to the left. 2 units to the left, that means a plus 2 inside, right? Reflection on the x-axis means a negative outside. Then shifting 3 units downwards means minus 3 outside. Which of the following represents the function g of x? It should be D, according to your understanding of transformations. If f of x is equal to greatest integer function of x, this is the step function, then f of negative 2.6 equals what? What does this symbol mean? It means the greatest integer less than. Remember, less than negative 2.6, and we took it in chapter 2 in algebra 2. So less than negative 2.6, the first integer less than to the left side. Remember, we used to draw a number line and we go to the left side always. The greatest integer is negative 3. The opposite graph, if f of x is equal to absolute value of x, then this is the absolute value of x. Then g of x is equal to what? It has moved 1, 2, 3 units to the left. So it must be a plus 3 inside, right? Which of these functions is represented by the opposite graph representation? First of all, it's an absolute value and all of them are an absolute. And what happened to it? Basically, it was at 0 and 0. It went negative 2, negative 4. It went 4 units to the left. So it must be C or D, a plus 4 inside. And it went 3 units down. So it's clear it should be C. The parent function of the opposite graph, this is a parabola, right? So the parent function is A. Which of the following functions is represented by the opposite graph? It's a parabola that is inverted, right? So there's a negative outside the function and it has moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units to the right. So I must have a minus 5 inside the function, minus 5 inside the function, and a negative outside the function. So it's D. Yes, it is vertically stretched, but anyways, I will never know the 2 by myself, but nothing else is correct because these are not correct. The negative 5 is outside. I need it inside, and I need a minus 5 inside the square. So this is the only possible answer. So this part is about exponential functions, and the first question says solve the equation 4 to the power of 2x minus 1 equals 64. First of all, we have to make the bases equal. So 4 to the power of 2x minus 1 equals 4 to the power of 3, and then the powers, I can set them equal to each other, and the end is x equals to 2. What is the value of x that satisfies this equation? Okay, how will this ever end up in 8? Except if this is 1, right? There's no other way. How will I make it 1? Remember, 7 to the power of 0 or any number to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So I can make this a 1 by putting or substituting x by 1. So I'm going to get 7 to the power of 0, which is 1, plus 7 will end up in 8. So the answer is 1. Here I have to make bases equal, so I can say 3 to the power of x minus 1 equals 3 to the power of 4. 9 to the power of 2 is 3 to the power of 4. So x minus 1 equals 4, and so x equals 5. The range of this function, this is an exponential function and an exponential growth because it's 2 to the power of x. And here's the basic graph of any exponential increasing function. But this function has moved 1 unit upwards. So it has moved 1 unit upwards. So instead of the graph having its range y greater than 0, as you can see, it will be y greater than 1. This question, if 2 over 3 to the power of 5x minus 4 equals 27 over 8 to the power of x minus 4, let's first try to make the bases equal. So I'm going to change 27 into 3 to the power of 3 and 8 into 2 to the power of 3. Remember, this 3 will be multiplied by the x and multiplied by the negative 4. Now, they are not equal. How can I make them equal? I can make this 2 over 3, and then this is going to be negative 3x minus 12. A minus over here, a minus outside, and I distributed the 3, so it became 3x minus 12. Why did I add this minus? Because I want 2 over 3 and not 3 over 2. And then basically you will continue solving. You will reach at the end that x is equal to 2. Solve the equation 5 to the power of 2x minus 1 equals 1 over 125. Base is equal. 125 is 5 to the power of 3. 1 over 125 is 5 to the power of negative 3. So 2x minus 1 equals negative 3, and you will end up in x equals to negative 1. The solution of the inequality 16 to the power of 2x minus 3 less than 8. Make the bases equal. This is 2 to the power of 4 multiplied by 2x minus 3. Less than 8 is 2 to the power of 3. So 8x minus 12 after distribution is less than 3. So 8x is less than 15, and so x is less than 15 over 8. The value of x that satisfies the equation 4 to the power of x minus 1 plus 5 equals to 6. Basically, this is going to be 4 to the power of x minus 1 equals to 1. How can I make this equal to 1 unless it's 4 to the power of 0? So if I wanted 4 to the power of 0, x must equal to 1. What is the y-intercept of the exponential function? Y equals 4 to the power of x minus 1. To find the y-intercept, always substitute x with 0. So basically, this is the y-intercept. So, no, actually, it's going to be 1 minus 1. So 4 to the power of 0 is 1. So y equals 1 minus 1, and so the y-intercept equals to 0. If 9 to the power of x plus 2 equals 3 to the power of x plus 7, make the bases equal. 9 is 3 to the power of 2. Remember to multiply the 2 by the x and by the 2. So you're going to end up in 2x plus 4 equals x plus 7. And so at the end, x will equal to 3. Logarithmic functions. What is the value of x in the equation? Remember how to change logarithms into exponentials? 8 to the power of x is equal to 16. Try to make the bases equal. 2 to the power of 3x is equal to 2 to the power of 4. And so 3x equals to 4, and your answer is C. What is the value of log 2? 1 over 32. You can basically know that 2 to the power of 5 is 32, so the answer is negative 5, because this is 1 over 32. Learn to be quick. Anyways, 2 to the power of x, I will set this equation equal to x. So 2 to the power of x is equal to 2 to the power of negative 5, which is 1 over 32, and your answer is D. Solve the equation. This is equal to this, so Basically, this is equal to this. So x squared minus 15 is equal to 2x. X squared minus 2x minus 15, I drag the 2x inside here, is equal to 0. Factor x minus 5, x plus 3 equals to 0. Now this x can never be negative, remember? So 1x is equal to 5 and x is equal to negative 3. Anyways, avoid the ones that have negative 3 because over here I can never have a negative log. Over here, x as a negative will anyways be positive. But this one I can never have a negative log, so the only answer is B. The vertical asymptote of the function f of x equals log base bx. The graphs of both logarithmic decay and logarithmic growth, both of them have a vertical asymptote at x equals to 0 or basically the y-axis. If log x 32 equals to 5, then the value of x equals to what? Again, x to the power of 5 equals to, change it to exponential, equals to 32. So x to the power of 5, 32 is very popular, is 2 to the power of 5. So basically, what will be the base? If the powers are both 5, the bases have to be 2. So your answer is B. Which of the following represents the solution of the equation? Here I don't have a log, be very careful. Your only help over here is to change logs to exponentials. The first step, this is a minus. According to laws of logarithms, I can change a minus into a division. So log 4x over x minus 1 equals half. Change to exponential, 4 to the power of a half equals x over x minus 1. Root of 4, 4 to the power of half is root of 4, so it's 2 equals x over x minus 1. Cross multiply, you will end up in x equals to 2. What is the value of this statement? This is memorized. When this is equal to this, the answer has to be n. Directly like log base 5, 5 to the power of n, the answer is n. Log base 10, 10 to the power of 3, the answer is 3. So basically, let's think a to the power of x, which I don't know, is equal to a to the power of n. So x has to equal to n. There's no way. Memorize it. This is very easy for you. What is the value of 2 log 5 12 minus log 5 8 minus 2 log 5 3? I will also use the laws, or since it's a subtraction in logarithms, I can change them into division, and the power rule, where this multiplication can come here as a power and this 2 can come here as a power. So you're going to get log base 5 12 to the power of 2 minus log base 5 2 to the power of 3 minus log 5 3 to the power of 2. Next step, I can take this 144 divided by 8. This is 8 by 9. Or 144 divided by 72. You should know that the answer will be log 5 2, which is A. What is the y-intercept for the logarithmic function here? What is the y-intercept? Again, substitute x with 0. So log base 2, 0 plus 1 plus 3. Log base 2, 1 is equal to 0 because there's nothing that will give me 1 here except 0. 2 to the power of 0 is going to be 1. So this part actually is 0. So what is the y-intercept? This is the y-intercept because this graph has moved 3 units upwards. So the answer is 3. What is the value of log base 16 4 plus log base 7 1 over 49? Take care, this is 16 and this is 7. Deal with each one alone and see. For the first one, 16 to the power of x equals to 4. I can go on with 2 to the power of 4x equals 2 to the power of 2 to make the bases equal. So this part, x equals 0.5. This is equal to 0.5. And this part, 7 to the power of x is equal to 49 to the power of negative 1. So 7 to the power of x equals 7 to the power of negative 2. X is equal to negative 2. So this part is negative 2. What is minus 2 plus 0.5? Minus 1.5. So the answer is A.